Hi guys, my name is Raphael Ebuse. It's always exciting when I come here to talk about how you can migrate to anywhere in the world, with emphasis right now on Canada. This is my YouTube channel. I want you guys to subscribe. I want you guys to click the notification button because on a regular basis, I post videos on the various opportunities you can migrate to anywhere in the world. You don't want to miss them. So click on the notification button after you subscribe. And at the end of this video, I want you to click the like button as well. As I said earlier on, today's video, I'll be talking about visit visa application. A lot of people have been telling me, please post a video about visit visa application. What are the things we need to know? What are the things we need to do so that our application can be approved? Because application have been refused so many times and all that. So that's why I decided to make this video today. And a quick disclaimer, I'm not an immigration agent. I post information here based on my experience, the experience of others around me, and the series of interviews I've done with immigration agents. And also, at the end of my video, in the description below, I usually put links, Canada links, websites, where you can go and verify these informations yourself, so that you can do these things yourself as well. So let's dive in. Without further ado, the first thing you need to know when you're applying for visit visa is what we call the statement of purpose. Why are you traveling? It must be very clear for the visa officer to see. Yes, we know you're traveling to visit, but why are you visiting? Are you visiting for a wedding? Are you visiting for matriculation or graduation? Are you visiting to see your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife? Are you visiting as a tourist or for vacation? Whatever the reason is, it must be very clear for the visa officer in your statement of purpose. You must make it very clear. And if you're being invited, you're going to also add to it the reason why you are invited, who invited you. The letter of invitation must be added to it as well. In this letter of invitation, it must be clearly stated the relationship you have with the person. Is it your immediate family? There must be documents to also back that up, like birth certificates and all that, marriage certificates. Anything that will show the relationship you have with the person that is inviting you must be added to it, must be stated there. So your statement of purpose is the first thing. Why do you want to visit? It must be very clear and simple for the visa officer to see and understand. Then the second thing is the proof of funds. You cannot be coming to Canada or anywhere in the world, maybe in the North America, and you have very little amount of money. Let's say, for example, you're coming to Canada, you cannot show a bank statement that just have $1,000. That will not even be enough to cover your flight. So you must have enough money in your account. You must show your proof of funds. If you are sponsoring yourself, you must show how you got those money. Is it from your business? Is it from your paid salary? Is it from the sales of anything you did? If someone is inviting you, that person must also show his bank statement, what he or she is doing, how long he or she has been working in Canada or anywhere in the world, the salary he earns, is the salary, the money in the account, is it free from liabilities? So you must show those things. For you, if you are the one sponsoring yourself, the income in your account, you must also show it's free from liability. Take notes, ROCC is not really concerned if you have liability, be it house loan, car loan, educational loan. They are not really concerned. What they are concerned is that money you are showing that you want to use for your trip, does the loan affect it? So you must show documents, you must show verifiable documents to show how you're going to be paying your loans if you have loans, or how you are already paying your loans, which will indicate that the money you've set aside for this trip is not affected by the liabilities you have. So your proof of fund is another key factor they look at when they are looking at your visit visa application. Then the third thing they look at is your home ties. This is also very important because this would point to the visa officer that you're going to come back to your country. The first thing when it comes to home ties is your family. Are you married? Do you have kids? Your parents, your siblings, are they in your home country? Are you going to come back to them? Do you have people you're going to come back to when you visit? So this is very important. So if you have this, you must also add it in your application. Their birth certificates, their international passports to show the relationships that you have with them. So you must add it. You must, if possible, add pictures as well. Also very important. If you have businesses in your country, you must show documents to back that up as well. Documents to show your businesses are registered. If you have stock, you have investment, you have properties, C of O, car documents, you add those things to it. Those are things that will show that you have things to come back to when you travel, when you visit. Then the next thing to also note or to add in your application is your duration. How long are you going to be staying in Canada? It will be a red flag if you indicate you're going to stay more than a month. It is advisable you state it there that you're going to be staying 2 to 4 weeks. Anything more than 4 weeks is usually a red flag. If you state that you're going to be staying 2, 3 months, 4 months, the visa officer will be wondering why you would want to stay that long. Don't you have a business to go back to? Don't you have a job to go back to? So it's very important that your duration is not too long because it will be a red flag. We know when it comes to Canada, officially, you can stay up to 5 months plus. Before the 6 months is complete, you exit the country. But even if we know you can do that, it will not be nice for you to put it that you're going to stay for 5 months or 6 months. So state it there that you're going to be staying for at least 2 weeks, maximum 4 weeks. All right? So it's also very important. The next thing to note is your traveling history. This is not very important when it comes to your approval, but it will strengthen your application. So if you've been traveling to other country, it's a plus. It will show that you've gone to other country and you came back. But if you've not traveled before, you're going to start somewhere. So it's not an indication that if you don't have a traveling history, your visa application will be refused. No. You have to start somewhere. So it's totally fine if you've not traveled to anywhere in the world before. It's totally fine for you to send in your application. It will still be approved if you have all the necessary documents or all the necessary things that are needed in the application. And this brings me to why in visa application, they will always tell you every stamp pages in your application, you have to upload it. So take note, if you've traveled before, always upload every stamp pages in your application and state where you've gone to before. All right, so it's also very important. Then the next thing to look at is what I would call the backup documents. If you say you're working, you must submit your employment letter or employment document to state when you started working, your salary, your job duties and all that. If you say you have businesses, you must add documents to show your businesses. Documents to show your businesses are registered. If you have properties, you must add those documents. So anything that you think will strengthen your application, it is very important you add it to your application. Very, very important. Then you must also state where you're going to be staying. Are you going to be staying with this person that is inviting you? Are you going to be staying in an hotel? If you're going to be staying in an hotel, you must have a reservation booked. You must have your flights booked as well. These things will strengthen your application. Take note, they will strengthen your application.